Yes, it is finally September, which means fall, and I have been waiting. So it's time for comfy, cozy books. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Nakia. Welcome to my channel. We are here to talk about my September TBR, and we are ready to get comfy, cozy, and snuggle up for fall. I'm always talking about snuggling up, but especially during fall. It's September, so it's official now. I don't care about no Labor Day. It's fall. We already decorated in our house. I got the fall scents going right now, so it's time. For this month, I have 2 horror books, 1 thriller, and 1 fantasy. Look at me, who's she? Yes. So let's just get into them. Now, first up, we have a book that was personally recommended to me, and I was like, first of all, thank you. Second of all, okay, now we got a challenge. But it was recommended to me by my booktube buddy, Paulina from Frosted Wings It. If you have not checked out her channel, check it out. I'll have a link below. She reads a ton of thrillers. She's been reading them forever. She reads classics, new stuff, everything. So again, I recommend her channel. She's also one of the nicest people. So yeah, again, check her out. But like I said, she did a video where she recommended books to some booktubers. And the one she recommended for me is The Patient by Jasper DeWitt. Now, I had this book on my TBR, like when I first got back into reading and got into the booktube community. And then I took it off because I saw some content warnings that I was like, oh, I don't think I'm here for that. And Paulina knows about this. So she was like, you know, there is 1 content warning, but it's not that bad. And I think you could skip it if you want to. I could let you know. And I was like, no, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give it a chance. So we're going to see. You know, I will let you know. But in case you do not know, let me tell you a little bit of what it's about. So The Patient is about this man who is locked away in a psychiatric institute. And he's been there since like the age of 6. So, I mean, you know, come on now. And everyone who's tried to treat him or get close to him has been driven to suicide. That doesn't sound good. But we have a doctor, a psychiatrist named Parker, and he decides that he can help this patient. And from what I understand, he is posting his experience on an online forum, and that is what we are reading, I believe. So I think it's like going to be some social media aspects involved. I shall see. But of course, this is not a comedy, so we know we can expect some things. And I have heard so many people say this is one of the scariest books. I hope so. Because again, it's very hard to scare me. So we shall see. I may do a vlog, so stay tuned to find out. If you're not subscribed, subscribe so you can see. And yeah, I will let you all know. Now, this next book I saw on another booktube friend's channel, Alex at the Bookish Report. He's another one if you don't know him. I will link him below. He mainly reads gothic horror, so you know, like Dracula, Bram Stoker Dracula, things like that. And he talked about this book. He mentioned there was a twist, so I was like, wait, what? What? You mentioned a twist, I'm already here. And the book would be The Silent Companions by Laura Purcell. Now, when I saw his video, I commented and I was like, I think I want to check this book out. And he said, if you read it, make sure it's in the fall. So here we are. It is fall. I'm ready to get comfy, cozy, and curl up with this book. I have been waiting. And I forgot to say, all of these books are on their way to me from the library. I, once again, did not time it the best so that I could have them here physically when I talk about them. But trust me, I'm going to be doing some vlogs and things and posting reviews on Instagram. So you will see the physical books. I just didn't get them in time. One of them is an ebook, but I will get to that. But anyway, let me explain what it's about in case you do not know. So, from what I understand, it is about a woman named Elsie. She gets newly married to this young man, and shortly after their wedding, something happens to him, and he dies, and she becomes widowed, and she's also pregnant. So, I already want to know what happened to the husband. But she moves into the house that they were planning to live in together, and it's just her and her cousin, or so she thinks. And there is a locked room that she gets access to, and there is a wooden figure inside that looks like her. Now, I don't understand why when people find these things in movies and stuff, they're like, oh, that's cute. Looks just like me. That's not cute. It's creepy. And no, reminds me of Coraline. She's giving the doll, and she's like, oh, looks just like me. Whatever. But yeah, so she thinks it's fine. And people in the town are afraid of the doll, the figure, which is also not a good sign. And again, she thinks everything is good until she notices the eyes moving, watching her. Hell no. So I can't wait to see what happens in this book. As I said, I'm intrigued by this twist. I really want to know. And now I also want to know what happened to her husband. What's up with this figure? So we're going to find out. Stay tuned. Okay, so next up, we are moving out of the horror genre into a thriller. You know, I usually have to have a thriller thrown in here and there. I need it. But this one I have received as an art copy. It comes out October 5th, so you will have to wait, but my wrap-up will be in October, so it'll be just in time. And that book would be Shade by Chad Nicholas. Now, you already know, if you've been following my channel, that I read Nightmare by Chad Nicholas and loved it. I did a live discussion with Steve from Steve Talks About Books and Stuff. I will try to link it somewhere below or in the cards. But when we had our discussion, Chad mentioned some other books that he was working on. And when he mentioned this book, we didn't know the title at the time, but we were both like, we want to read it. We also want to do another discussion. So here we are in September/October, and it is time. Chad contacted me and asked me if I wanted to read the book. Now, I will say, when I found out it was about a serial killer, I was kind of hesitant because, you know, I have read some serial killer books, but I still try to limit them. You know, mentally it just gets to be a bit much. But I'm trusting Chad because when I read Nightmare, that one was like perfect with the gore and everything. It wasn't too much, so I'm trusting him, and I told him so. I also checked on the content warnings that are on my list, and none of those are present, so here we go. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it, and I do mean a little bit because I don't fully know, but I like it that way, so I'll be surprised. So as far as I know, there is a serial killer on the loose, as I said. And we also, I believe, get the perspective of detectives who are hunting down this serial killer. And then it says in the synopsis that 8 months pass and another killer emerges. Now, I don't know if they're a copycat or whatever. Don't know. But at some point in the book, we have the serial killer, I guess 2. We also find out about a potential victim of this new serial killer and what's going on with her. And then there's also an ex-soldier that also has something to do with all of this. And all of them come together at some point, what I'm guessing from the synopsis. Like I said, I don't fully know, but I'm here for it. And I will let you know. But the title has me intrigued. Shade. We'll see. Stay tuned. Also, you can pre-order it. It is on sale. The ebook is 25% off and the paperback and hardback books are 15% off. So get you a copy, pre-order it. I will have them linked below. You can check them out. I will probably still buy an ebook copy when it comes out because I have the ARC and I don't get all the artwork and everything. And Chad Nicholas's books just have the best artwork inside. He did a preview of it on his channel, which I will link below. And I was looking at it. I was like, want the artwork, so I'm gonna buy my own copy when it comes out in October. But until that, I have my ARC. And again, I will probably try to do a reading vlog. And I think Steve and I from Steve Talks About Books and Stuff will be doing another live discussion, but I will keep you guys posted. Stay tuned. A lot going on. Let's move on to the next book. Okay, and last but not least, we have my fantasy book. Yes, if you follow me on Goodreads, you will see that I have had a lot of fantasy books popping up in my to read because I will be branching out. I've found plenty of fantasy books that have intrigued me, so I will be reading some of those soon. And you already know I've said sci-fi is on the list, but I have one that I threw in this month because after August and all my horror haunted house books, I needed something to lighten it up. And I decided for September, I'm just going to throw something in there because I already know I'm going to need something lighter after these other books. And that would be The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Now, I mean, I just love the cover. Look at it. I can't wait to get my hands on it when I pick it up from the library, but it's just, love it. I noticed I love covers with red, black, and white, so that's just my thing. I love those colors, just in general, but I digress. I will tell you what it's about from what I know. A circus pops up in town out of nowhere, and it is only open at night. And it's supposed to be like one of the most dazzling circuses you've ever seen. But it also has magicians two magicians who are dueling, and they are in a competition, a game, and only one can be left standing. What I just found out before I read this is that they end up falling in love, so we'll see, because we know how I feel about romance. But again, I was intrigued by the magic and a competition. You put those things in a book, a fantasy book, they just excite me, intrigue me so much. So we shall see, because apparently when these two fall in love, they just throw things all out of whack and some consequences ensue. So I'm looking forward to it. I think all of these books are going to be perfect to cozy up with a warm cup of coffee, and I will have my autumn theme on my TV, my cozy atmospheric videos that I like to put on the TV. Oh, I can't wait. Like I said, light my fall candles. It's just going to be lovely. Now, if you know me, things are subject to change. You know, I do DNF here and there. Maybe, and may end up throwing something else in there, may throw some novellas in there. You will have to stay tuned to find out. But that's where we are as of right now. So let the reading begin. Let me know in the comments any fall reads that you have planned, anything that's like fall themed or anything that takes place during autumn. Also, let me know if you have any fantasy recommendations that have to do with like magic and games and that kind of thing. I have a few on my list. You can check it out when I go to my Goodreads, but otherwise, feel free to let me know. I always love a good recommendation. So that's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. So until next time, snuggle up in your hideaway with a good book, unplug as much as possible, be kind to all kind, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.